What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a crazy video for y'all. You know, the life of a delivery driver could get chaotic, dealing with other drivers, dealing with crazy animals, dealing with crazy customer requests. I do it all. And it's Monday today. I woke up to bring my son to school. I brought him to school. Right after I dropped him off, I logged in to Doordash. Like a minute after I dropped him off, a Doordash order came in. As soon as the order came in, a little baby deer wanted to run across the road in front of my car. And then a big deer was following it. It must have been like the mama, or the dada, or the brother, or something, Uncle Sam. So I seen them running like last second. They was quick. Like it was trees. Couldn't really see. They just said, "I'm crossing." Right in front of me. They ain't care. The little baby. I don't know. So I broke a little bit. I hit the brakes. I slowed down a little bit. Probably went from like 30 to 20 miles. And the little baby deer made it past, but the papa deer, we'll call him Papa Deer. Papa Deer, he ain't look both ways. He was just following the little deer. So if I ain't slowed down, probably would have went through my windshield. But I slowed down a little bit. Luckily, my peripheral vision seen the little deer. So the end result was I hit the big deer's back leg, and then its body, it was like running, and then the body went sideways, and then it like slid across the road. So I was like, bruh, y'all wildin'. Luckily the deer got up and followed the little baby deer, so I think it was okay. I ain't see no blood or nothing. They ain't break no legs or nothing. So I drove like another 10-15 seconds, pulled over to a side road, processed everything, took a look at my car. It was just very minimal damage. Like, you probably would barely even notice if you ain't know what to look for. I'll take some B-roll, throw some B-roll here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So that was a crazy start to the morning. So I thought about just going home after that. Like, bro, I already made like most of the money I had to make for today anyway. So let me just go home. Nah. I ain't do that. I went like 5 minutes up the road where all the restaurants is at. Got a good order on DoorDash. $8. I think it was like 3 miles. Starbucks. So a decent restaurant. So I went there to pick up the order. After I picked it up, I seen the customer's note. And I don't have the note in front of me, but I'll throw it on the screen. I'll paraphrase. The customer basically said, "I know this is weird. If you have any questions, let me know. But I need you to pick up 2 game blue cigarillos for me." He was like, "I tipped good to cover it. You see I tipped good." So I seen this, and I'm thinking, bruh, how do I know you even like over 18, first of all? Secondly, like, that's illegal, I think. So I proceeded with the order. I got to the customer's house. The lawn wasn't cut. The sidewalk wasn't paved. The house looked a little run down, but it was decent shape. I'm just sharing what my experience was. I'm not trying to put them down. So I dropped off the food, and he ended up tipping $3.50. That was interesting. After that, I got a $6 Uber Eats from McDonald's for like 2 miles. I was across the street when I got it. So I went over to McDonald's. As soon as I pulled into McDonald's, I got a $19 Grubhub for 2 deliveries. I think it was like 10 miles. to bring me to like my main work zone. So I said whatever. I canceled the Uber Eats and I took the Grubhub. So I actually picked up both of those orders and I dropped off the first one. I'm about to drop off the second in like 5 minutes. So yeah, that's a crazy start to the morning, man. So I text my boy Jesse. I was like, bro, yeah, my job is crazy, and I sent him a text. He was like, yo, he probably on house arrest. I ain't think of that. That's a good point. But he on his own. If he would have said, bro, I'll give you $10 to go to the store for me, I would have did it. But that's off the clock. So I told him the customer tip 350. He's like, 350? That's barely enough for the cigarillos. So yeah, I'm about to pull up. Here go the customer condominium right here. Drop this off. So far we got $8 Doordash. It's about to be $19 Grubhub. I canceled that $6 Uber. So Uber's still at $0. Here, come with me. Just in case something crazy happens. All y'all delivery drivers, watch out for deer. Don't be buying no cigarillos for nobody. So update here. I dropped off that order. I completed the 2-order trip on Grubhub. That was $19. After I dropped that off, I got a $11 shop and pay from CVS on Grubhub. I think it was like 6 miles. So I took that. So I got to the store and I couldn't find nothing. So I asked employee number 1 and she tried to help, but she ain't helped me find nothing. She was just like, oh yeah, we don't got those. Yeah, I'm busy. So I was like, all right, thank you for the help. So I found another worker. I was like, you work here? She was like, yeah. I was like, I can't find nothing. She was like, oh man, let me help you out. So she helped me out a little better than the first employee. Not trying to bring the first employee down, just sharing my experience. So she brought me to the drink mix powder. I found that luckily. And then we looked for the other 2 items. They were both out of stock. So I ended up choosing out of stock for the first item in the app and the customer approved substitutions. I was able to find one of the substitutions. So I was able to substitute that second item. The third item was out of stock and the substitutions were out of stock. So I refunded the third item. It wasn't too bad. It sounds like a lot, but it was like 5-10 minutes in the store. I paid with my card. I got a physical card and then I left the store. In the notes it said this is for a friend. It's not for me. So ring the bell. So I got to the house. I rang the bell. I left it at the door. I took a picture. But then it said I needed a code. So I messaged the customer and luckily they sent over the code pretty quickly. So I put that in. Finished that order. So just a quick update. We had $39 for the first 2 hours. We've driven 23 miles. Gonna take a little break. Recording this for y'all now. And then take another order like 10-15 minutes. Probably work another hour or another 30 minutes before my break. It's an easy day today. We just chilling, vibing. Y'all know the deal. Alright, so I'll update y'all soon. Alright, took our little break there. After about 15 minutes, I got a Grubhub order for $7, which I ended up accepting. It was about 7 miles. Took care of that pretty quick and easy. No deer or crazy requests. After I dropped that off, I got a $7 House of Pho Uber Eats order. I think it was like 5 miles. Took care of that. I had to park out in front of the corporate office building there wasn't much parking, so I just put the hazards on and parked in front. But as I was getting out the car, there was a lady and a blind man getting out the building. So I kind of felt bad. I asked her, "Hey, do you need me to move my car?" She was like, "No, we'll go around it. It's okay." So I went inside, took care of that, dropped it off, messaged the customer, left it with the receptionist. After I dropped that off, I got a Chick-fil-A, $7, probably like 5 miles. Took care of that. I got a spicy deluxe chicken sandwich, just the sandwich, no fries or drink. I always bring water with me. That was pretty quick and easy. That got me to $60 for 3 hours. We're at 38 on Grubhub, 14 on Uber Eats, and 8 on Doordash. So Grubhub's holding it down today. Thank you, Grubhub. Don't sleep on Grubhub. After I took care of that Chick-fil-A, I started headed home. I did get a Grubhub order, $7, 3 miles, but I declined it. Just wasn't in the mood. So luckily with this job, you could take a break whenever you want, take your lunch whenever you want. So that's what I did.